Come on, man.
Got that here.
Really?
Logan, we got that here? You ever heard of that?
Oh no.
I drink fire.
He is
What the heck? Oh no. What the heck is going on here, man? Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to a video that I'm doing. So this is kind of a top 5 weapons for Ironsight currently. These are the weapons that I have found that be the best to use in pubs. And yeah, spoiler alert, most of them are going to be assault rifles. Not completely all of them, but most of them are. Either way, let's get into it. So first off, we got number 5, which is going to be the Sniper DSR. Alright, so the Sniper DSR, the reason I have this as number 5 is because this is a one-shot kill. If you add the Viper scope on it, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to use. The 5x zoom, so it's a little bit less than the original scope. You can add the straight pull on there. It gets a lot of one-shot kills consistently. Keep in mind you can still get hit markers. And once you get, pretty good at it, just normal aiming, one-shot kills people pretty easily. There's very little, I guess, thinking to be had with it, just because, again, it's a sniper. It kills people in one shot, sometimes a lot more than it should, in my opinion, but hey, a rifle, it can kill people as a sniper, so yeah, pretty easy to use, so not too big of a thing. Again, this is the only one that's not an AR, and that's just because, again, it's probably one of the most used things in comp and S&D, because again, it is a one-shot kill. Again, if you do miss it, it does have that downside of having to rechamber, which can be a downside. So I guess, just the more that you use the gun, the better that you use it, the better the gun becomes in a way, type of thing. So that's why that is in number 5. Coming in at number 4, guys, we have the AK-47, which is personally my favorite gun in the entire game. Now, just because it's my favorite gun in the entire game doesn't mean that it's actually the best gun. The reason it's my favorite, I just like the way it looks. It's kind of an old gun, kind of a classic gun. You saw it in the intro, I have it gold, and in the clips right now as well, I have it old man AK skin, which is the fancy reload one. Sorry about that disc hit, but yeah, it's a good gun to use. It does a lot of damage. It can get lots of kills. However, the fire rate and the recoil make it very inconsistent to use. You can get some like super sick clips, yeah, like doubles, triples, things like that, but it's inconsistent because of how slow it shoots and how much it recoils. Now again, the better you get at it, the more you use it, the more consistent you can get, but it still does have just that inconsistency with it, which is why I have it at number 4. There's not too many other reasons why it's not higher or lower, mainly just because the more you use all of these guns, the better you get with them, and the more you're gonna be, and the more fun you're gonna have with them, and the more you're gonna be like, wow, this gun is OP as heck. The next gun that we have, in my opinion, it's kind of like a tie, but I kind of want to say, the TAR-21 and the M4. Again, it's kind of a tie. However, the TAR-21 just has a little bit more consistent nature because it does shoot a little bit faster. With that being the case, it's just a little more consistent in the time to kill, and it's just the recoil is really all that matters. So I'd suggest using both and just seeing which one you like the recoil on better, because again, it's more or less the recoil. They're more or less the same gun. They have most of the same stats and things like that. I'm pretty sure the TAR-21 just has a little bit better fire rate, but not too much. And yeah, it's a cool design too, the bullpup and stuff like that, but also it's just the recoil, I think, on the TAR-21 is just a little bit easier to control, and for some reason, the M4 is just feeling less and less consistent as time goes on. It's not like a few months ago where the M4 was just a laser beam and instantly killed people. So it's still a pretty darn good gun. There's really nothing bad about it. It's one of the guns that I recommend to buy for any new player if you guys really don't want to use the KTC, which using the KTC is really good and you'll save money. But yeah, TAR-21 comes in at number 3, a little more consistent than the AK because of the fire rate, and just a little more consistent on the shots to kill. Speaking of consistency, we have the top 2 guns. Guns are gonna be, again, just the most consistent weapons in the entire game. Using them. Now keep in mind, I am on the North America version, so North America, Europe, and South America are on mine. So there is no Asia servers, so we don't have a bunch of the DLC and we don't have a bunch of the patches. So because we don't have a bunch of the patches, we actually get the Type 89 at number 2. So the Type 89, I really think this is one of the most consistent weapons in the entire game right now. On the North America version, the pre-nerf, because I know a bunch of people from the Asia version have told me that the gun is getting nerfed or has gotten nerfed for them. But pre-nerf is insane. Alright, I have this gun gold, which is the gameplay you're seeing. I'm using a precision barrel and, you know, on detecting sight because best guns, best attachments. You can't put the silencer on it. For me personally, I don't know why, I just cannot use this weapon with a silencer. That might just be me. Give it a try if you can use it, and it might be even better because then you stay off the radar. But yeah, just the damage output for the Type 89, the fire rate on there, just it's so consistent. The recoil is a little bit wonky, but not really, and you can just stay on target and just beam people across the map so well and so consistent, and it's just insane. It's also, you know, the top 3 I definitely recommend for any new players coming into the game. It helps, you know, this one is just insane. It's the newest gun on the game so far as well, so keep that in mind as well. Plus, it's just probably, again, one of the most consistent weapons that I've used in the entire game since it's came out up until right now. So, you know, since this gun's come out, up until I've gotten gold, and even then after, it's, you know, performs amazing every single time. Which leads us to number 1. I don't think it's any surprise to anybody. You know, in my opinion, the best gun that you can use in public matches is the AUG A3. The AUG is just easy mode in public matches, you know, where connections are not as consistent across the board, where everything is not so, you know, kind of black and white, cut and dry, where weird things can happen. The AUG is just consistent. The AUG stats, it does not have the best damage, it does not have the best fire rate, does not have the best stability. I don't even think it has the best mobility for ARs, but it does have the best range out of almost any gun in the game. The only thing that beats it are sniper rifles. This is an AR. This is a fully automatic gun. Now, because of that, you can go ahead and get maximum damage at farther range, meaning faster time to kill at range. You can add a suppressor, you can add a precision barrel even more to increase it. Like if you have a precision barrel, I believe it goes up to like 69. It's pretty nuts. Okay guys, 69 range on an assault rifle, and it kills pretty fast after like 4 or 5 shots. The recoil is super easy to handle. It goes up and to the right a little bit, so pull down and to the left, not even too much. It's pretty insane. It's super consistent, and that is the biggest thing on why it's the best gun. If you guys don't know about this game, it's about consistency. So if a gun is consistent, it's better, and that's just because of how the game is right now in the current state. If something is consistent, if you're consistently getting kills with a weapon or something like that, it's overall better, you know, because then you have other guns that are better statistically, they are not consistent kill things. You know, when you shoot somebody, they take, you know, sometimes it feels like they take more bullets, sometimes it feels like they take less. Not with the AUG. It's just overall just super consistent all across the board, and that's what makes it, in my opinion, one of the best in public matches. It's super easy to use, the skill ceiling isn't too high, the learning curve isn't too steep, and overall, again, it's just one of the easier weapons to use, making it one of the most consistent weapons in the game. You know, and because it's the most consistent, you're not gonna really have troubles. It's not too punishing if you miss shots. So yeah, it's very good to use, I guess. You know, I don't think this is a surprise to anybody if they've ever, you know, if you guys have been watching any videos. Even if you're new here, I'm pretty sure, even though that if you are new to my channel, that's still not news. AUG is still probably the best weapon in the game, just because it is right now and how consistent this weapon is. So recapping the first 3 weapons, so number 5, number 4, and number 3, those weapons are pretty good. However, you do need to practice with them and use them to get better with them. But once you do get better with those weapons, once you've got used to the recoil, once you've gotten used to, you know, time to kill, things like that, they become absolutely god tier. However, the top two, number 2 and number 1, those weapons are just amazing overall, and they can go ahead and be used by anybody. Doesn't really matter too much, and they will perform pretty well. So if you guys are not going to use the K2C for a while, or if you guys want to buy a new weapon, you know, the top 5, DSR for number 5, which is a sniper rifle. So if you're liking sniper rifles, give it a go. It's a little bit more consistent than the Blazer in pubs. So yeah, just if you want more one-shot kills. Number 4, the AK-47. You do have to put some time into it, and can handle the recoil. Number 3, the TAR-21 is overall overall well-balanced weapon. Not too fast firing, not too low damage, things like that. It's just overall right in the middle. Type 89, you can give it a go, but it might get nerfed soon, according to the Asia version. Other than that, it's a pretty good gun. And as always, the AUG A3. Give it a go if you want the best gun in the game right now. But that's about it, guys. Sorry if this seemed rambling. I didn't really plan too much out. I've been a little busy, but I wanted to get this out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, live every day, and I'll try to have a video out every day. See you guys. Bye.